Hello, this is Oldmanpoole, starting yet another Modern Masters draft here. Don't have the craziest of first picks, but not a bad one. I do think Evil Twin is pretty good. Clones in general are good and limited, and the fact that you get to get rid of whatever the other one is not bad. It's kind of slow, but it can be kind of a control magic where you get the best card, and then you take your opponent's. Or you can just make your best card twice. So that ends up being a pretty good combination for a card. Banish into Memory is a good sideboard card. I only really think it's good if your opponent's got tokens, in which case it's fantastic, and if not, it's pretty unexciting. Do like Azure Mage, like Wall of Frost, but we're going to start with Evil Twin, not be unhappy. Okay. Here we have a handful of good cards. Familiar's Ruse, Banishing Stroke are fine. I like Lingering Souls, Agony Warp, Falconwrath Noble. Spire Monitor is definitely playable. I think Agony Warp is probably our best pickup right here. I do think it's probably better than Banishing Stroke and Familiar Ooze without knowing exactly what we have in the way of flicker effects. It's probably better than Lingering Souls, although that is definitely close. Lingering Souls is a pretty powerful card as well. I'd definitely be happy to pick up a Noble. There's a bunch of cards in this pack that we would be happy to see if they come around, but Agony Warp's just good here. Okay, still got choices. Probably take the Nighthawk over the Augur. Although I also like Corpse Connoisseur, fine. Harmonize is a great card, although we're not necessarily going tons of colors at this point, since we're still seeing good, solid blue and black cards. I think I would play the Nighthawk, and again, not be real unhappy about it. I would play Corpse Connoisseur, the Ruse, or the Augur, probably if they come back around, but Nighthawk is just an excellent blocker and not a bad threat, too. Okay, so here we have our first, probably not obvious pick. Seance can be pretty fun. It's hard to make it really very good, but it can be fun. So we could take Augur Spree here, which is red, so we would need some fixing to really go into a Crixus. It's probably the best card. I think it's better than the Jailbreaker or the Rotworm, and the Jailbreaker is only really playable if we get a fair number of Guild Gates anyway, so I think we'll take the Augur Spree here. And going 3 colors is definitely not difficult in this format anyway. Okay. Gore-Clan Rampager is probably the strongest card in the pack, but it's not what we're going to take here. Probably not going to take Sin Collector either over Seagate Oracle. I do think Sin Collector is playable, but I think the Oracle is probably better. I think it's comparable, and the Oracle is in our colors right off, so we'll just take that. Okay. So still some reasonable picks. I probably just want to take the Pilfer plans here. Like Kalrathi Bomber and the Rox Warmonk are better cards, I think. But for this deck, we want some card draw to kind of go along with our control shell, and the other ones are not really in our colors at all. So pretty easy Pilfered plans. Okay, so here we have a bit of a choice. We could take a Cowern Fear, which generally is a sideboard card for me, or we could take the Golgari Guildgate. We are not in green right now, but we could pick it up and maybe end up splashing. Could play Soul Tie. I feel like Cowern Fears often come around late, so I think I'm going to take the Guildgate and hedge. It may not even make the deck, but it might. Here we've got Inquisition, which I think is a perfectly fine card in some matchups, and not real exciting in others. I don't think the card is ever like astounding, but it's not bad. We could actually take the Kraken Hatchling over it. Hatchlings often come around late, but you really want this against some aggressive strategies. So the Hatchling might actually be better than the Inquisition. The thing is, Inquisition is just almost always quite good in your opening hand, but not great as the game progresses. So I think I'm going to take the Hatchling here. Okay, Wall of Frost came around. Definitely pick that up and not be unhappy. That's over in Is It Guildgate, which we would have also picked and not been unhappy. So before I was starting this draft, I was kind of thinking to myself about my aversion for playing blue-based decks in this format. Because even though I think the blue-based decks are quite good, it's scary to play them because I feel like a lot of people think they're quite good. But I think I maybe have been avoiding it a little bit too much as well. It's bad if there are a lot of drafters at the table, but that also becomes apparent pretty quick, and so sometimes you can just hop out of the colors. Anyway, I should pick up the card here. I think I like Izzet Charm better than the Guildgate, but I think we need the fixing. Izzet Charm's better when you can play it early anyway. Here we'll take a Corpse Connoisseur. I don't think that's super close. Night Terrors can be a sideboard card, but isn't even a crazy one. So anyway, the fact that we opened up a pretty good blue-black rare and then pulled into a couple of good black and blue cards, I guess I'm not going to be as adverse to it as I have been. We'll take the Rotworm here. This is something we potentially would splash off the Guildgate. Not going to put in our main deck for now, but the Rotworm is a big card in the format and can sometimes just kind of finish off your opponent with some drain effects. So we would like a couple more high-end threats. We have a decent start on our removal and actually a decent set of blockers. But we want some more either really late game card advantage or some more really big threats. Evil Twin is good, but it's also kind of based on what your opponent has. We really want to see some like Dinrova Horrors or something like that going to the next pack. Take the Explorer here on the off chance we end up in green over red, which I think is not impossible. Explorer can help you ramp if you end up with really powerful late game threats. I got to play Crater of Behemoth in my last draft and enjoyed it immensely. I think I played 3 Explorers and 3 of the 1/1 elf that goes and grabs you a land. Sylvan something. I'm so bad with card names, unfortunately. But it was a pretty derpy ran deck, and it wasn't really all that good, I don't think. But it was certainly a lot of fun. I'll take a Blood Moon over the Revive. I don't think we're going to play this in any case, but we'll probably get another Revive coming around too, so. Fierce Instinct. Okay. So right away we'll probably take the blue Broodmate Dragon. That is definitely a pretty good card, and we have a little bit of splashing to make green work. We would definitely take the Arachnus Spinner if it came around as well. If we are going to end up in green, Ground Assault is fine. Although I guess we're probably not playing red then. I guess we'll find out how many Guildgates come around. We take the Noble though as well. The Broodmate Dragon is just a pretty big bomb and a great finisher for a deck that's already lacking finishers. So, good pickup. Evil Twin on Broodmate Dragon is 4/4/4 flyings. That's probably more ambitious than we can really be, but it is a thing. I do like Skurzdag Cultist, although not tons in this deck. Scavenging Ooze is perfectly fine, but not crazy. We really would want to be kind of base green for it to be good. You want to play on turn 2. It does get big. Getting rid of creature cards in the graveyard is a pretty reasonable effect. Is it the pick here? I guess we are trading it for a Gruul Guildgate. That's kind of it. I'm not even sure if we want to play Gruul Guildgate. All we got... Well, I guess we need the Broodmate. So actually that might be correct. It's either that or I guess Rakdos Guildgate. Do Rakdos instead. I guess Rakdos fits with our current plan a little bit more, because we're almost certainly playing black. So I think we'll pick that up and leave the ooze in the dust. There's the Sky Swaller, so that's another really great late game pick. I could just pick that up here and hold on to it as another potential like ramping target, in which case I really want to pick up Signets. I'm a little bit worried to pick up Signets too early. Hey, welcome to the chat, Spirit Chiller. Welcome back. because I feel like sometimes you don't have anything to do with them in this format. But we've got some big threats. I think we're going to take the Sky Swallower and try and go big here. All right. Happy to play an opportunity. This is a pretty late opportunity, and it's an excellent card. Yeah, no complaints there. I would also, I guess, probably wouldn't play a Penumbra Spider. We just don't have the mana for it, but would play Gruul Signet for sure if that came back around. But pretty easy opportunity pick here. Savage Lands. Savage Lands is a good pickup. It's probably the pick over Soul Manipulation, even though I do like that card quite a bit. But we just want to make sure we have the fixing. And this is good for green and red. And black does all sorts of stuff for us. So we'll take that here. Not a ton here for us. We could take the Crippling Chill. Aether Toe is okay, but not fantastic. Could just take the Misty as another source of fixing. That does get us green. Right now we have 2 green sources, which is plenty. If we get the Rainforest probably as well. Rainforest seems fine. I'm not really passing on a whole lot here. Like Crippling Chill is not make or break it. Yeah, I'm super excited for Amonkhet too. I've been watching the spoilers in earnest and it looks pretty cool. We can take a Torrent of Souls here, which is kind of a bad reanimate effect, but it is a reanimate effect. It works well with the Corpse Connoisseur, for instance. Or we could just take a Pilfered Plans. Plans may be more what we're hoping for. Maybe we take the Torrent. It's not terrible. You might hit something off of Pilfered Plans, etc. I guess it's just a 1-for-1 though. Plans it is. Okay, take the Rakdos Guildgate here. Keeping up our reasonable mana here. But yeah, I've been really liking reading a lot of the spoilers. The Cartoufs, I think is how they're said, look really cool. I think that'll be fun gameplay and limited. So I'm excited. I actually haven't looked at the spoilers yet today. I might have to do that a little bit later. I hear Liliana has been spoiled, which is kind of cool. Alright, a lot of red here. Do we play Ground Assault? We might be able to. We're getting close to having enough guild gates where the mana is less difficult. It's better than Pyrowild or Battle Rattle or really anything else in the pack. So I think I'll take that. I'm not sure we play it, but we might. Take the Gruul Guildgate here. That was really lucky picking up an opportunity. I think that was kind of late. It is a late Augur Spree too. I think it is better than Sprouting Thronex. We have a lot of 3-drops. Funny. Gruul Signet came back around too. Definitely pick that up. I think this is a Signet I see come around the latest, and it kind of makes sense given that red-green wants to be aggressive in most cases. But since we're just kind of on the ramp plan, it ends up being good for us. What's the card you're most excited for, Spirit Chiller? Okay. Just taking another Hatchling here, I think. There's no respect for the Carnage Gladiator. That card can be crazy good. But, I mean, we're not going to play it, obviously. Not in our deck. We want to block. We don't want to be the one punishing blockers. And Guildgate came around in case we want to play something white. It's not bad. Okay, so we've got Oldmanpoole Tracker, which is a pretty fantastic card, but maybe not what we want for the deck. Since we're probably splashing green kind of late. It is good. We also have Sidraxis Spectre, which I enjoy, although that card actually comes around an awful lot. We have Falconwrath Noble and Augur Spree. We can just take another Augur Spree and keep killing stuff. That might be our best pick here, since we really just want to stick one of our late game threats If we stick the Sky Swallower or the Broodmate Dragon, I think we're in pretty good shape. So I'm just going to pick that up. If the Sidraxis Spectre wheels, I would definitely pick it. And same goes with the Noble. And sad to pass Fight Bears. Fantastic, but not for this deck, I don't think. Okay, we have an Azorius Signet or Terminate. We also have a Grixis Slave Driver, which I think is good, although not as good as either of these other cards, for sure. I think we'll take the Terminate here. Just high quality removal goes a long way. Again, if like the Signet wheels, we would play it, even though it's kind of off color. We just are a later game deck. Okay. So here we have a couple of choices. We take the Scalding Tarn, which is fine fixing. Take the Simic Guildgate. I really like Harmonize. I don't know if we can play it. Double green is rough. It's funny. We're barely a blue deck anymore. Feels like we saw so much blue in the first pack, but we don't even have that much opportunity. I mean, we have good blue cards, but we haven't seen very much since early on. I think the Harmonize is probably a little bit greedy. So you take the Tarn here or the Corpse Connoisseur. Probably Thornscape is fine, but not crazy. Just recover. Get back some of our really good threats. That might be okay. I don't know what's the pick here. I guess I'll take Scalding Tarn. Fixing is just not going to be bad. Okay. We're still a little bit light on playables. We need to find a couple more things here. We can take the Mystical Teachings. Do we have a whole lot that works with that? We can get, yeah, Opportunity, all of our Augur Sprees, Terminate. Feels pretty good. Let's take the Mystical Teachings over a whole lot of not real exciting stuff. I mean, I'd play the Simic Guildgate probably, but Mystical Teaching seems good. Okay. Here we have a Rewind or a Jailbreaker. Probably going to take the Jailbreaker here. Again, I like Penumbra Spider, but the double green is just a bit much. But we'll definitely play the Jailbreaker. So, get into the deck. I always see your comments a little bit too late, Spirit Chiller, but it's good to see that we're on the right page all the same. Ooh, this is a late in Burial Rites. Didn't we have one card? We got like a Boros Guildgate, right? Yeah, that has white. So I think we actually are going to pick that over not a whole lot else. We're not going to play Mortician's Beetle. Sludzy Guildgate's only good if we're splashing for the Unburial Rites. Not going to play Pyrowild. We'd probably play the Torch Runner, but I think we'll take Unburial Rites. That just seems sweet here. Great with Corpse Connoisseur. Okay. So we're still not heavy green. We're kind of splashing for two late game green cards. So I'm not going to take the Sylvan Ranger, even though it's good. Scourge Devil doesn't really seem like the deck. It's what the deck's trying to do. Gnawing Zombie's good. Is Windcrafter great? It's not even great. A lot of our threats already fly. So I think we're going to take the Gnawing Zombie, which is only okay, but it is okay. Okay. Do we take the Guildgate or the Slave Driver? I think we take the Slave Driver at this point. We still need more threats. This is a better stalling card than the Spire Monitor. Welcome to the chat, Scoot Horror. Yeah, I think we'll take the Grixis Slave Driver here over the Spire Monitor. And Sidraxis Spectre. Such a rough card for me to say. Did come around, but so we'll play that. Rotworm or Torch Runner. Don't even know if we're going to play the first Rotworm, let alone the second. So I guess we'll play the Torch Runner here. Probably not going to make the pick. Another Corpse Connoisseur or Recover? Corpse Connoisseur has some value with the Spectre. Could also go get another Corpse Connoisseur. I think that's going to be better than the Recover most of the time. take Pit Keeper because it's just fine. Sometimes in a grindy matchup it'll be quite good. And it's also a low drop. Take Agent of Masks, so we're not much here. We have a couple of Kraken Hatchlings, so I think we're meeting that requirement. Take the Traders. Well, I'm not going to play that. And the Pyromancer's Ascension, last pick. True tragedy there, but that's alright. Okay, so I kind of like the way the deck turned out. We've got a lot of pretty good kill spells and some decent early game defense. I'd definitely like to pick up 1 or 2 more Signets, although we didn't see the Sky Swaller until 3 or 4 picks into the second pack, so we haven't been searching for them for as long as we could have been, I guess. Picking up Embroil Rites late was great. I mean, Kraken Hatchling is like a fantastic card against the right opponent, but it does stone cold nothing sometimes too. So he is adorable though. I've always been kind of curious as to how large this card actually is. Like, it could be just a little thing crawling off of the beach, like a little baby turtle, or it could be like a monstrous thing. There's no like ship in the background. I can't tell. I mean, how small are Kraken Hatchlings? Kraken are obviously huge, but it's hard to tell. Hard to tell. Okay. Oh, we have 1 Pilfered Plans down here. She should not have. Okay, so let's see what we want to cut here. Is there anything else we want to put in? I mean, a Crippling Chill probably isn't main deck, although it's fine. Torch Runner, likewise. I'm not going to play Ground Assault because I think we want to splash that. We have 3 green, 4 green sources as is, so maybe we could just play it. I'll put that in for now. We have a lot of green. What do we want to cut, though? Because we definitely want to get to our 17 lands here. Maybe 1 Corpse Connoisseur. The second one definitely has diminishing returns once we hit something into our graveyard that we want to reanimate. I mean, you can get like the Slave Driver, which is fine. Or the Spectre. I guess maybe they're just good. Pit Keeper may not have enough targets really in this deck. We don't have tons and tons of mill. Pilfered Plans will be hitting us, so that's some. Thanks, Scoot Horse. Thanks for stopping in. Remember to follow. Yeah, I'm not sure on the cut here. I guess maybe the Pit Keeper. I kind of like keeping the Gnawing Zombie in just because it's a fine blocker, although it's, I don't know, 3 toughness maybe isn't big enough either. Maybe we'll hedge on being a little bit more controlling early, and these are fine sideboard cards against the right matchup. Do you like Mystical Teachings? That goes and gets a whole host of removal spells that are pretty good. Like the Agony Warp, like Terminate, like Ground Assault. Definitely like the Signet. Ground Assault might be the cut. We have quite a few removal spells, and this one's the hardest for us to play. So maybe we'll just take that out. Or I guess we could cut Hatchling and go really, really non-defensive. I mean, we would probably cut the Hatchling before we cut something like Pit Keeper. Thanks for the follow, Scootor. Enjoy the rest of your night. Sorry you can't stick around. Okay, well, what lands are we playing? We have... How many of these are black sources? I don't think we have to worry about green at all, which actually means the Misty Rainforest probably could just be an island. We've got 3 green sources right there. 4, counting the Gruul Signet, so I don't think we're going to play the Misty. We'd just rather be an island most of the time. Okay, so 3 green sources. I think we're set on that. Blue sources, we have a couple of double blue, and a couple of blue cards we want to play early on. So we'll have to bear that in mind. I guess we ended up with all 5 colors of mana. The Dream Boys went all the way. I mean, kind of not playing white, but we're still going to splash for it because we want to use the Burial Rites. Okay, green, green, green. So how many black do we have? 5 black sources. Man, I'm just gonna make a notepad here. We have too many things going on. Green. So we decided we had 4 sources of green. White, we have 1 source, which might just be enough. I guess we could put 1 more in if we needed it, but our lands, our mana might be a little bit stretched as it is. So, how many blue sources? 1, just 1, as is. So we need some more blue for sure. Black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're very okay on red. Yeah. And right now, though, that's how many lands? Oops, let's get rid of that. 1, so we've got 8 right now, so we have 9 to play around with. So probably need at least 6 blue. So we want to get to 7 there. So 2 black. Exit brings us to 7, 7, 8 for red. Yeah, I'm just going to keep 1 white, I think. So we want 1 more black or 1 more blue? Probably 1 more blue. That's funny. So I guess maybe we cut Scalding Tarn too, if we're not playing any more red beyond what we've got in our duels. So do something like that. Then we got 9, so we should have, or sorry, we have 7 up there. So should we have 10 to play around with? Gives us 1 white, 8 blue, 7 black. Right, yep. Bunch of red. And quite a bit of green. Okay. Well, our colors are definitely wonky, but we're gonna keep this here, I think. Magic Online's trying to give us lands. Like, I don't even know, man. Like, this is up to you. You're gonna have to figure this out. Surprised you didn't just crash it, given how bad that was. Alright, we'll save the deck.